So my name is Bart Pannecoeck, I'm 26 and I currently live in Dendermonde, which is in East Flanders. I will be going to UC Berkeley in California. I will be doing an MBA there for 2 years. Well, I think there's multiple reasons. The first one would be that, well, obviously, United States are at the forefront of technology. So myself, I'm very passionate about technology in general, and so that's why I opted for United States. And in specific, Silicon Valley is definitely specialized in that area, meaning that Berkeley for me would be an ideal location. The second reason, apart from the focus on technology, would be that the United States has a very interesting culture in which you definitely share a lot of thinking together. People are very open, meaning it's a very exciting atmosphere that I would definitely like to be part of. I started quite late. I started in September, the year before I went to business school. The first step was obviously taking the GMAT. One of the issues I encountered was procrastination. My tip there would be to start early with the GMAT process, get that date fixed and take the test. In the end, it's not as difficult as people claim it is, but it does require a bit of practice. I think the ideal amount would be starting preparations at least 1 month or 2 months in advance and then studying quite intensively over the weekends. There's a number of ways actually. I indeed first bought the general GMAT book, which contained real questions of GMAT. That kind of gave me an idea of where my strengths and weaknesses were. Based on that, I took a few extra books to do a deep dive in some of these areas. For example, my English grammar was not the best part, so I learned a bit of the typical ground rules, which definitely helped me to increase my score in verbal. The next step was then to do a number of practice tests, which I highly recommend doing well in advance. So in the first practice test, I had a decent score, albeit some parts in this time in math were a bit less, meaning that I crunched some numbers, and over a number of additional practice tests, I noticed that my math score increased. So in the end, I think there would be 3 things that are vital to the GMAT. One is making sure that you do a number of tests so you can keep track of your scores and where you need to focus. The second thing is making sure that you have the right theoretical books to fine-tune your knowledge. And then thirdly is definitely getting the date fixed and starting well in advance. Well, in the end, the application process is quite tedious. It's long. But once you get through it, the opportunities are just wonderful. So I will be going to the United States and to California for 2 years doing an MBA in a field that I'm very passionate about. So in the end, this is why we are doing that TOEFL test, why we're doing the GMAT and all the interviews. And in the end, I'm very, very happy that I've done all of this. And I think that everyone else will be as well.